Are tired of spending endless hours on employee training? Onboarding and training can be inconsistent and resource intensive. What if you could turn your company's policies and SOPs into an AI trainer available 24/7? And what if every new hire had access to a virtual trainer built entirely on your company's expertise? From onboarding new employees to answering tricky process questions, your company's own AI can handle it all. Let's dive into how to automate your training with a Custom GPT. I will walk you through how to set up a Custom GPT, show you how it can create training materials in seconds, and demonstrate a live example for onboarding new employees. By the end of this video, you will see just how transformative this can be for your training process. Before we dive into setting up a Custom GPT, let's quickly clarify what a Custom GPT is and how you can access it. A Custom GPT is an AI model tailored specifically to your organization's needs. While generic AI models like ChatGPT are incredibly versatile, they often fall short when it comes to company-specific training. They don't understand your unique policies, workflows, or processes, and that's where a Custom GPT excels, because it's trained on your company's unique knowledge base. Documents like policy manuals, training materials, or SOPs. This allows it to provide highly accurate and context-specific answers for tasks like employee training, onboarding, or customer support to empower employees to find accurate answers instantly without sifting through long manuals or waiting for HR. A recent study found that companies using custom AI tools for training reported a 35% reduction in onboarding time. With faster and more effective training, you are not just saving time and money, you are empowering your team to succeed from day one. You can also integrate it into tools your team already uses, like Slack, email systems, or intranet portals for seamless interaction. Think of it as creating an in-house expert that's available 24/7 to empower your employees with immediate, consistent, and accurate support. Now that you know what a Custom GPT is, let's dive into how to set up your very own Custom GPT using your company's knowledge base. If you don't have a ChatGPT account yet, just go to chatgpt.com to sign up or log in. The first step in creating your Custom GPT is to gather the documents you want to train it on. And for this demo, I asked ChatGPT to generate a few sample documents as an example to show you the whole process. Here's what I will be using today: onboarding guide, training checklists for new employees, HR SOPs, and sales training manual. But you can upload your own files like technical manuals, FAQs, policy documents, or any other company-specific resources. The important thing here is to ensure that the content is accurate and well organized. Now that we have the files, the next step is to uploading them to the AI platform. After logging into ChatGPT, click on this Explore GPTs option in the left side menu. This opens up the GPT Marketplace. At the top of the screen, you will see this Create button. Click on it to start building your own GPT. This brings up setup interface for your custom model. Before we dive into configuring our Custom GPT, let's quickly talk about the two ways you can create a Custom GPT in ChatGPT. Inside this setup interface, you will see two options: Create and Configure. Both are great tools, but they work a little bit differently. If you choose Create, you will be guided through a conversational setup process where you can interact with ChatGPT and answer prompts to build your custom model. This is perfect for beginners or anyone who prefers a more guided and interactive experiences. But I personally like the Configure option more because it's more efficient and organized, and it gives you the full control from the start. This option lets you directly upload the documents, define instructions, and set up the GPT exactly how you want, all in one streamlined process. So for today's demo, I will be using this Configure option because it allows me to customize everything up front. That said, both options are great, and you can choose whichever one fits your style or needs. Now that we are ready to create our Custom GPT, this is where we shape how it behaves, what it knows, and how it interacts with users. Let's go step by step through the settings. The first step is to name your GPT. This is how you and your team will identify it. I will name it our Employee Training Assistant. The tip here is to try to use a clear and descriptive name that reflects the model's purpose. Next, let's add a description for this Custom GPT. This is where summarize what your GPT is designed to do. In our example, I will type, this GPT provides onboarding instructions, answer employee FAQs, and supports training needs based on company materials. A good description helps your team understand the GPT's purpose at a glance. Next, let's set up specific instructions for how the GPT should respond. This field defines the AI's behavior, its purpose, and what to avoid. For this demo, I will write, this GPT serves as an employee training assistant, designed to provide clear, accurate, and context-specific answers based on the uploaded company knowledge base. It should prioritize actionable steps and references the most relevant document when responding. Responses should be concise yet comprehensive enough to address the user's question thoroughly. Avoid making assumptions or providing information outside the scope of the uploaded documents. If unsure or the question falls outside its training, just politely inform the user and suggest contacting the HR or training team. This instruction ensures the GPT stays focused on its purpose, behaves professionally, and avoids spreading incorrect or unrelated information. But feel free to customize this field to reflect your specific goals and company requirements. Next, we have the conversation starters section. These are the preset example prompts to help users understand the type of questions they can ask your GPT. They act as a guide for first-time users, showcasing what GPT's capabilities and encouraging interaction. For this demo, I will add a few tailored examples. The first one is, what is the first step in onboarding a new employee? The second one, can you provide an overview of the sales training module? What are the key policies I need to know as a new hire? These prompts are directly relevant to the GPT's purpose and help your employees or users quickly see its value. When setting up the conversation starters for your own GPT, think about common questions or tasks your users or your employees might need assistance with and include them here. And now it's time to upload the training materials that will form this knowledge base of your GPT. This step is crucial because the quality of these documents directly impacts the accuracy and the usefulness of this GPT. Just click on this upload files button, then select the documents you've prepared. And I will upload this for sample documents, HR SOP, onboarding guide, sales training manual, and the training checklist. Let me select these files and click open. Once the files are uploaded, they will appear in a list here. Review the titles carefully to ensure you've included the correct documents. These materials will serve as the foundation for your GPT's responses, so you have to make sure they are well organized and cover the necessary topics relevant to your use cases. The great thing is, you are not locked into these files forever. If your policies or SOPs or training materials change, you can easily come back and update the files. Simply remove outdated documents or add new ones, and your GPT will adjust its responses based on updated information. This flexibility ensures that your GPT remains accurate and relevant as your business evolves. Basically, you can update all the details and instructions for the GPT based on your needs. Below the upload files section, there are a few advanced features that can take your custom GPT to the next level. First, let's talk about the capabilities. Here, you can toggle features that expand the GPT's functionality. The first option is web search. This is to enable your GPT to search the web for real-time information when users ask questions outside the scope of your uploaded knowledge base. This is perfect if your training materials don't cover all the scenarios. And the second one is image generation. This lets your GPT generate AI-powered images on demand. Think about the creative possibilities for visually engaging training materials or presentations. And the third one is code interpreter and data analysis. And this is to allow the GPT to run code, analyze data, do math, and more. By default, it will check the first two options. These options give you flexibility to create a GPT that can do much more than just answer questions. It can search, learn, and even create it. The Actions feature is where you can design customer workflows directly in your GPT. For example, you could create an action that sends follow-up emails to employees after they complete a training module, or automatically generates onboarding checklists based on the user's input. And for this demo, I will stick to the basics and focus on the core GPT setup. Now that we've configured and uploaded our files, let's test the GPT on the right side panel. This step ensures your GPT understands the content and responds accurately to queries. Let's test it with a common use case, providing ongoing employee support. And you can see here it provides the sort of questions we created before. I will ask, what are the first steps for onboarding a new employee? And here's the answer. And this matches the details we uploaded from the HR SOP. The response is clear, accurate, and actionable, just as we intended. Once your customer GPT is ready and tested, the final step is to share it with your team and ensure they can access it effortlessly. When you click this Create button, it will ask you to set the permissions for this GPT. You can keep it to yourself or share with others via link, or publish the GPT to the GPT store. Let's choose the only one with the link option. After that, you will get a shareable link, and you can copy that link to share with your team so they can access it. Once your team receives the link, they can access this GPT through the ChatGPT platform. All they need to do is log in, click on the link, and they're ready to go. When they open the GPT, they will see the conversation starters and can begin asking questions or accessing the training materials you've uploaded. Additionally, you can embed the GPT into your team's workflow tools, such as Slack or an intranet site, to make it even more accessible. This integration ensures that the GPT becomes a seamless part of your organization's operations, providing instant value to your team. And there you have it, your very own customer GPT, built from your company's knowledge base, ready to streamline employee training, onboarding, and customer support. By setting this up, you are not just saving time and money, but also ensure that consistency and accuracy across your team's processes. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more insights on leveraging AI to transform your business and workflows. Don't forget to share this video with your team or anyone who could benefit from creating a custom GPT. If you have any questions or want to share your experience setting up a custom GPT, just leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.